God's people. It's in the mysterious awareness of a presence, a sustaining shepherd-like presence that carries us somehow, some way, day by day, hour by hour, moment by moment. The psalm writer certainly felt that presence when he wrote those words, "The Lord is my shepherd." One of my colleagues in ministry, I was at a meeting with this minister, his name's Jack Washington, and he said this, I'll never forget it. He said, "You know, I used to count sheep at night." You ever all count sheep? "I used to count sheep at night when I couldn't sleep because of a burden weighing on my mind." But he said, "I don't count sheep anymore. I just go straight to the shepherd." You see, there's a balm when we go straight to the shepherd. And even when we walk through the very valley of the shadow of death, we don't have to fear evil. We don't have to be a people who live in fear of evil because we have a shepherd who is with us. And sometimes he says to us, "Lie down. Lie down. I'm giving you a green pasture. Lie down. Just take a breath." And sometimes he leads us beside still waters when we're so thirsty. And he restores our soul. And we know this. Surely goodness and mercy is going to follow us all the days of our lives, right? Because we're going to dwell where? In the house of the Lord. For how long?
Forever and ever.
Forever and ever. Yes, there's a healing balm when we go to ground zero. I hope this can be ground zero right here at South Main. Not because I want us to be a place that's devastated, but I want us to be a place where people who feel devastated come with complete welcome. Find some balm, that healing ointment. May our prayer always be that God's children across the world may receive that balm in overflowing measure. Out of the dust and ashes of destruction, you bring forth life every time. So as our hearts and minds go back to that day in our collective memory, that day in which we were so grief-stricken and worried and fearful of what was happening in our world. And then as our hearts and minds go back to maybe individual days that we've experienced just like that, or near to it, we pray, God, that you would help us once more to discover that sweet balm of Gilead, that healing power which flows from the throne of God, and that we would once more draw ourselves closer and closer to the shepherd who leads us beside those still waters and in green pastures and restores our soul. And as a people together, God, draw us as one. That we once more would get down on our knees and instead of shouting insults at one another, instead of spending all day long figuring out how we tear each other down, we might humbly come into your throne and seek how we can lift each other up, is our prayer in the name